Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another cryptocurrency update. Welcome to the channel. Like and sub if you like what you've seen. Let's get right into the information today. One take and uncut. This is going to be a little bit of a rant, and I want to be talking about buying OTC over the counter and future plans for after XRP Moon. But before we get into the info, we got XRP Crypto Wolf sharing this. 200,000 cryptocurrency traders now have access to leading OTC over the counter liquidity provider for XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Bitcoin. So again, guys, right here, B2C2 provides liquidity for the following. We can see it in the article if you prefer that, but I do appreciate Crypto Wolf just always summarizing it. And just so you guys know, I always do read the article before I talk about it on the channel. For the most part, though, it tends to stay high level. As you can see here, headquartered right in London, B2C2 provides 24/7 liquidity for Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic in the following pairs. So we got USD, we got British Pound, Euro, Japanese yen, Singapore dollar, I believe. We have Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, and then I believe this is the Swiss franc. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm good there. And again, right here, says the CEO, our partnership enables a broader set of market participants to access B2C2's real-time OTC pricing in deep two-way markets, much like the foreign exchange markets, which are almost entirely over-the-counter. The digital asset class is increasingly trading off-exchange, resulting in tighter spreads and deeper liquidity. All right, maturing day by day. Now, what I want to talk about is OTC, guys. A lot of people, when you do have millions of dollars, of course, with XRP as possibly one of the goals, and of course, this is what I have in mind, and this is not financial advice, always do your own research. But for me, if you are walking away with, say, $5 million, $10 million, $200 million, and, for the most part, some people will hold XRP for life, some will want to cash out, some will want to reinvest into real estate, whatever you want to do, or some will just want to do, take some CDPs, collateralized debt positions. Well, for me, I want to take a portion and reinvest it into any undervalued cryptocurrencies as well. The way I see it, it's worth the gamble, at least a small portion that I'm willing to lose. So say I wanted to invest, $3 million over the counter, because if I just went to, Coinbase or, Binance, it would eat up that spread. If I did a market order, it would drive the price up. If I did a $3 million buy, it would be insane, and there'd be so many fees incurred with that. And the benefit of buying over the counter, right here on this guide, this is a beginner's guide to OTC markets and crypto. I've sent this article on Twitter a few times before. Literally just Google it, a beginner's guide to OTC markets and crypto. And I mean, one of the things though is, here's the catch. Modern day regulations tend to favor the rich, and that's ridiculous. Usually only people that are already wealthy, or at least are accredited investors, are allowed to invest in these projects. So, typically the SEC says it's, done to protect the everyday person, but really it's just to make sure that the big boys get to eat first. All right, so right here, the definition of an accredited investor is, for on the individual basis, is having a net worth over $1 million and having an annual income over $200,000 for at least most. Now, keep in mind, some of these are, exclusive, and then oftentimes you might have to have both. You might have to make over $200K a year and have over $1 million, and then have, a huge chunk ready to purchase as well. So there's a lot of if and thens, especially with the cryptocurrency, very, very unregulated. There's also institutional over-the-counter platforms. There's a few platforms that come to mind buying OTC like Circle, but I personally want to know if there are any cryptocurrency OTC platforms that you can purchase on without having to be an accredited investor, or at least, having, one of the specific criteria where you can submit documentation. Because personally, if you, XRP mooned first and then you saw some other undervalued cryptocurrencies, which would be the dream scenario for me, and I wanted to just, have, a $1 million purchase over the counter, it would not change the price. It wouldn't influence other markets. There wouldn't be any arbitrage going on, nothing crazy, and of course the fees and the spread, I could get it at a single price point without a market buy order eating through the books. And then, saying buying Cardano at 7 cents and it drives the price up to 15 cents, or in often cases, a $3 million purchase might not even be on the order book, available on, Binance or a smaller exchange when they're still growing the ecosystem, growing the liquidity. There could be some huge issues. So that is just one thing I'm personally looking at, guys, is OTC options now. I'm a crazy person. I always want to have plan A through Z ready to go. I have if and then scenarios going through my head all the time, ready to invest money, because money to me is like energy. You don't want to hold on to it too long. I got to get rid of it, put it to work again. Keep going, keep going, keep going for compounding exponential growth. Now, that's just the way I see it. Some people want to live conservatively. I absolutely get that. But for me, I like to be a little bit more aggressive, at least at this point in my life. And that's, just my personal preference. All right. So again, guys, if you guys have any OTC platforms for cryptocurrency and know specifically what criteria need to be met, or if you need to be an accredited investor, let me know down below. I'm looking for options and I want to talk with you guys because I understand that some of you are accredited investors. Some of you are well connected in the financial space as well. And honestly, I appreciate any help. So hopefully I add a little value on this channel as well, just ranting about this as we, see all the news day by day. All right, next, I just wanted to share this. Thought this was pretty cool, shared by the Vault. So some people will regret this soon. So remember, to purchase 1,000 XRP at the low in January, it was $180 because XRP was around, 18 cents. February, of course, in 2020, the year. Now with XRP roughly at 32 cents, it takes $320. So almost double. Now in the future, I think next year will be a lot different. To purchase 1,000 XRP, it could be, orders of magnitudes higher. There's no point to do a price prediction. I think XRP, anything under $1 is extremely undervalued. Keep in mind the news that, Ripple, the private company, is the second most valuable fintech in the top 10 list in the United States. There's so much going on. I think that XRP would have to moon before Ripple even does an IPO and goes public. There's a lot of moving parts right now. DeFi developers, I think remittance is really, really just getting going with 20% up with ODL and, increasing volume at all points with the various corridors. Wait until, this whole mass enablement concept or even just a slow and steady rise does occur, because then institutions, everyday people will catch on, and that is going to create FOMO to create the, that speculative price increase as well. And what happens is they can kind of coincide and build off of each other. So, this market is a powerful place. We all know how fast things can get moving, especially in an unregulated asset class such as this, when there is just money at the gates ready to go. And guess what? It's solving a real problem. All right, and then lastly, we'll finish off with this XRP Crypto Wolf. So the European Commission is gathering feedback from European Union citizens, businesses, and regulators to establish a regulatory framework for crypto assets and markets. So the public consultation will continue until March 19th, with a finalized proposal expected in Q3 of 2020. So this is Brussels here, asks Europeans how to regulate Bitcoin. We got public consultations continue, of course, and we can see basically the same thing here that Crypto Wolf already summarized for us. So appreciate that. Legislative process for crypto assets. See that word, crypto assets. This year, 2020, no more cryptocurrencies. They are crypto assets because they are looking to utilize them in some manner, whether that is via oracles, whether it's for cross-border payments, whether it's for smart contracts, whether it's for building decentralized or distributed applications on top of them, whether it's to, tokenize assets for, various use cases. There's so much going on, guys. And the best bet is to, pick a few that have the best fundamentals, the best team, the best, transparency, and you really hope that you have a few winners in your portfolio. Nothing's guaranteed, but with something like this, an emerging asset class, one good winner will make your portfolio. We're talking 100x, 1000x, if not significantly higher, and I think people are well aware of that. All right. So guys, appreciate it as always. Again, links in the description to grow your IRA tax-free. We have merchandise store. We have, links to various exchanges that I personally recommend. And I appreciate it as always for all of you that like and share, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks.